Hello there, and welcome back to Minecraft with me, Bethy. Bethy. That's gonna be my new name now. But I need to let you guys know that I have actually changed my username. So my old username was like really dumb and really stupid. So I actually changed my username. So my new name here, let me type it in the chat. My new name is Carly Beth YT. Yay! And I decided to rename. I didn't mean to. It kind of happened on accident. Unfortunately, my new name is now Carly Beth YT, and I meant to change it to the Beth Browning YT because that's my username, but unfortunately, it was too long of a name, so I had to like come up with a nickname. So I decided my nickname is going to be Carly Beth because that's what people used to call me. Because like we used to watch like The Haunted Mask, and there was a girl named Carly Beth or something like that. So yeah, my nickname is Carly Beth, but you can just call me Beth. Okay, yeah, I don't know which one to go for if you can't tell. Anyway, so in today's episode, I thought that we can go mining because unfortunately, we really need some minerals. So yeah, we really need some minerals. We are really deficient in minerals. We actually have just ran out of coal, and we actually have been out of iron for 2 days. And also today is World Mental Health Day, so I figured we kind of talk about some things and yeah, just kind of like get some things out there if that kind of makes sense. Kind of like while we chat and not make it so boring. So let's go and find a cave to mine, and maybe not that black hole because like that black hole was just too much for me to handle. So let's try to find a different cave. But first, I'm gonna kind of show you around my home. Which I know you guys have seen like progress on it, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I've been building. So as you can see, I have like I added one door over here. I just don't have enough wood to finish this off. You can see my awful tree farm. My tree farm's dying. It's not producing enough saplings. Oh no. But yeah, you can see the roof I've been adding on here. I'm actually doing like a pattern. I'm doing like stripes. I'm doing a pattern of like stone, and let's see. Do I have any glass panes? Yeah, I want to kind of like add like a little bit more like decoration here. So if I take away these things. Yeah, I just want to do this just to kind of add more coolness to the build. Yeah, make it look all fancy. Yeah, because why go for something boring when you can make it cool looking? You know what I mean? There's a strong saying in, doing that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that looks really cool. I like that. Should I add more windows or should I just keep this for now? I don't know. I like this though. This like, makes it look really like fancy and very cool. I could get like some torches once I get some more coal, and I could like kind of do that. Let's go and use the rest of the planks we have right here. There we go. No more plankies. I've just ran out of wood, unfortunately. But man, I can't wait till this is done. Oh my gosh, it's taking forever. I'm just going to turn up for brightness. It's so dark in here. So dreadfully dark in here. You can barely see a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and go mining. So I have my minerals, or not my minerals, sorry, my food. I just crafted some pumpkin pie and some bread. And I also have a little bit of birch wood. So let's go and take our crafting table, just in case we need to like craft another thingy thing. And then let's see. So I guess we can go ahead and try to find a cave so that we can go ahead and go mining in. And, yeah, we're going to just basically talk about, I guess in today's episode, I guess we could just talk about, mental health. That way this episode won't be so boring. So, mental health. Well, I'll be kind of getting into it, hopefully, later in today's episode. See, I got some sticks. Yeah, I want to make sure I can make some more tools in case my pickaxe, like, runs out of juicy juice. Juicy juice? What's that meant to be? Juice. Oh my gosh, look at all the cows. Oh my gosh, these guys have been, like, interbreeding. There's so many cows just, like, scattered everywhere, it seems. But yeah, today's been a really, really hard day. So that's why I figured, since today's, World Mental Health Day, I figured I could kind of just, like, talk about some things while I go mining with you guys. I just want to go mining because I really do need to be going mining. So that's what we're going to do today's episode, is we're going to go mining. If I can find a dang cave. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm so far away. I'm lost, you guys. I can't find a cave. Is that a cave? Or is that just like a waterfall? You can see like the shaved sheep haven't grown their wool back yet. Oh no. Look at there's like naked sheep running around in the field. Okay, let's see. I can't find a cave anywhere. Yeah, why is there no cave? Oh, come on. Should we just go mining in that black hole? Should we just like take a risk and face our fears? Yeah, today's episode will be basically just about facing our fears. Oh, look at this like lilac. Hang on, I'm gonna go collect this like nice plant right here. I'm going to need it to decorate my home. I've never even been over here before. Oh, I can see some sunflowers over there in the sunflower plains. Oh, how lovely. I just wish I could find a damn cave. Let's see. Maybe there's gonna be one. Maybe there's one on that mountain. Maybe. Let's go and find out. I'm really hungry though. I'm gonna have to eat some of this pumpkin pie. Let's go and save it for later. Let's go and have some nice bread. I like to save my good food for later because bread is not really that filling. It's just very warm, I guess you could say, but it doesn't really taste that good. I like to save my pumpkin pie for later, like kind of like as a dessert, but to just savor it for something else. So let's go and see if we can find. Oh my god, I can see my giant house over there. Oh my god. And there's another sheep. Oh, there's sheep over here this whole time. How lovely. Okay, let me see. I'm going to try to find a cave, you guys. I will be right back. I think I found a cave, you guys. Look at this. I found a cave. Okay, so we have found a cave. So this is really good. Wait, hang on. Is this just a fool's cave, as I call it? Or is this a real cave? Hang on, I cannot see a thing. Blind as a bat here. Let's see, I can hear, like, the water flowing. Let's see, what's our volume at? I can't hear anything. Okay, it's at 15%, but, like, I can barely hear anything. It's just so, like, quiet. I can't even hear a cricket. Okay, let's see. Is there any coal? I can't find any coal. It's so dark. Here, let me turn my brightness up. Okay, let's see. Now let's see if we can see things. It's a little bit better, but I need to find some coal and some stuff. That's kind of why I'm going mining, because I'm so deficient in resources. I have no stone. I have just nothing on me right now. All right, here's some coal. Yay, we can make some torches. All right, so let's see. Can I find anything around here? Come on, please let this be a fun mining trip, not a boring one. Oh no, I think this might be a fool's cave, which basically means not like an actual cave. Like it just goes into like it just goes into like a tunnel that just like doesn't actually turn to a cave. Well, that's quite disappointing. I see some sheep over here. Now we know where to go if we need sheep, if we need to find sheep or anything like that. Oh, I can see sheep. I can see the sheep eating. They're so hungry. Okay, let me see if we can find a cave. Okay, let's see. Is this a cave? Sheep, is this a cave? Oh, there's a bat! 2 bats! 3 bats! 4 bats! And an enderman! And a spider! 5, 6 bats! Oh my gosh! Okay, this is definitely a cave. Okay, yes. We all know. This whole apartment complex knows. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, and there's a skeleton. Please, I don't want to die. Don't hurt me, please. Oh, the spiders are not going to listen to me. Sometimes the spiders can be nice, but the skeletons are not. They're never nice. Okay, now it's raining. Come on. I hate the rain. It's just so, like, splashy and annoying. Okay, and there's a skeleton over there. Okay, so now we know where to go if we need a... Oh, there's a giant enderman. Please don't hurt me. The endermen are pretty passive. As long as you don't... Oh, wait. There's another one. There's 2. I know. I think I looked at that one. There's a 3rd enderman, too. Why are there so many monsters? What are they all doing? Is this, like, where they all hang out in? Oh, my gosh. Man, this is definitely like a monster infested cave, that's for sure. It lets me know though that's actually a real cave. Sorry about that mishap, you guys. I didn't mean to look at the enderman. It was just it was awful. I'm so embarrassed. I'm such a noob at this game. You know, I act like I'm a pro with like diamond tools and diamond armor, but really unfortunately I am not. Anyway, let's go ahead and go mining and collect some minerals. Here we go. There's plenty of iron here. I just want to go mining so much to the point to where we won't ever need to go mining again. Let's see, that's the coal. Here we go. This cord's really annoying. I need to get like a wireless mouse. I want a wireless mouse so badly. I have this stupid cord that is attached to like this 20 feet long, or I have this stupid mouse that's like attached to like a 20 feet cord thingy thing. I have to like wrap it around my entire desk because it's so long and really annoying. Anyway. So let's see. So yeah, I feel like I had some more stuff in this. Do I have some coal on me? I unfortunately do not have any coal, so I cannot see a thing. Okay, there's some coal over there, actually. Let's go ahead and mine over there. So anyway, I want to talk about mental health. I kind of want to make this video, maybe not so boring, even though there's so many monsters around here. I can't take anything seriously right now. All right, see. Let's go and collect this. There we go. And get some things. Let's go and get on the bright side today. Yay! Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about mental health. Now, I'm not going to make this so like deep and like, you know, completely like awful or anything like this. I still want to kind of keep things a little bit more chill and not like so serious, you know what I mean? I just want to basically talk about mental health, defining mental health, and basically what it's about. So basically, to start off the story, 3 years ago, I was 17 years old, and I really was unhappy. I was really unhappy, and back then, I didn't really know myself that well. I hid away. I closed myself off, and I just didn't really, I wasn't really, like, there, I guess you could say. I didn't know myself. I was very unhappy. I didn't have any friends, and so all I really had was my family. But I really hid away from my family. I didn't tell them a lot of things. I was so scared of, like, what they would think, the expectations, what other people would think, and it led me to feeling very isolated, very lonely. And keep in mind that I also was homeschooled, mainly because of the fact that I was so scared to go to school, to a public school, like during my freshman year of high school, that I had to just drop out and stay home. It was awful, and then I had to like homeschool myself. It was terrible, and whenever I look back at those times, I just wish that see, this cave is ending bad. It's a fake cave. It's a fake cave. But when I look back at those times, I just wish that I could tell my younger self that it's going to be okay, and that this dark place I was in was not going to last forever, because I really was in a dark place. I hated myself. I hated the world. I thought like I didn't have any purpose whatsoever. I felt very useless, very, very alone. I felt like nobody really loved me, and which my family does love me. I just couldn't see that because I was so freaking mentally ill and depressed. Well, I wasn't mentally ill. I just was so young, and I was so, just so like, yeah, not there. Okay, Skeleton, go away. I'm trying to talk to my viewers. Go away. We don't need you here. Anyway, so yeah, back then I had so I don't know if you guys know this already, but I have, okay, there are way too many monsters in this freaking cave. Go away! I'm going to die! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Please stand by. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to have just the game on peaceful from now on, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have arrows in my head and one in my arm, and yeah, it's not fun. So I'm just going to turn the game mode on peaceful, just for this episode, so I can kind of like talk with you guys seriously, because oh my god, this was like a mob pit. It was ridiculous. I guess they're trying to guard this iron. Do you guys think this iron is valuable? Because I don't think it is. I just need to make tools and some armor and stuff. If anything, it'd be like diamonds, but I don't know really, I don't know the value of an iron or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, back then when I was like 17, 16, those are the pretty difficult years. Those are probably the most difficult years of really anybody's life, but they were especially challenging for me because I didn't really know myself. I didn't know who I was or my identity. There is a girl, her name is like Grace Vanderwall, and she wrote a song. She was like on the show where like basically you show off your talents, and she was on the show called like America's Got Talent, and she basically wrote a song called I Don't Know My Name. And back during those times, I related that song so well because basically she wrote the song I Don't Know My Name, and it was basically her just singing, like, it was basically a song about like not knowing her identity, not knowing her place in the world, not knowing who she was or her purpose. And I related to that song just so well. I didn't know my name. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my identity, and I didn't know my purpose, what I was going to do like in my adult life and everything like that. And sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes it takes longer than just 18 years to find out what you're going to do in your life, and that's okay. I just wish that someone could have told me that it's okay to not learn how to drive till like you're 20 years old. I'm just now getting my license and everything like that. And people thought, like, people asking me when I was barely 16 years old, like, are you going to drive? Like, are you going to learn how to drive your car and stuff like that? And I would just remember feeling so, like, pressured and so scared because I wasn't ready. And sometimes it's okay to just be not ready for things. It's okay to not be ready for something, as long as you don't wait, like, your entire life. It's okay to be scared of the unknown. The unknown is very scary, but once you just like try, once you push yourself, and sometimes these can be just very little baby steps. Once you just take that first step to just getting to where you really want to be, if you want to drive a car, if you do make that choice to decide to drive a car, and that's good. But if you don't, then you don't drive a car, and I guess it doesn't happen. But you just have to be ready on your own. You have to be ready, okay? Don't force yourself to just do something that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Because you feel like people expect you to, because, you feel like you're old enough now, and, stuff like that. I just wish someone could have told me that kind of thing, you know what I mean? And, I just didn't know my identity. I didn't know my person. I didn't know the person who I really was. And I just try to tell myself that, like, it's okay to, like, not be ready for certain things. I was so scared for my adulthood. I think everyone is, really. Like, it's definitely not a very easy step going from a child to an adult, independent on your own. I mean, to be fair, I'm still not independent. I don't live on my own. I still live in my parents' house, and I don't think I ever will be able to live on my own. But I'm still responsible for my own things. I just don't ever think I could make that huge step to live on my own for a very long time. And that's okay. It's okay. And, sometimes parents just, it's sad because sometimes parents may not be, I'm gonna make a furnace quickly so I can make some iron because my pickaxe is dying. I just wish that someone could have told me that it's okay to not be ready for, these kind of things. You know what I mean? Let's go and get this iron smelting in here. There we go. We have so much minerals now, you guys. Oh my gosh. I would not be surprised if we found diamonds. If we could find diamonds, that'd be really, really amazing. But yeah, and I think the main issue for me was I didn't know my identity as a person, my gender. I didn't know my name. And that's why I relate to that song, I Don't Know My Name, so much, because, Grace, at the time making that song, didn't know her name. She didn't know her purpose. She didn't know, crap, I fell down. She didn't know her place in the world. And I relate to a lot of these songs. I love writing songs, but back then, 3 years ago, I was so scared of everything. I was so scared of, like, what to do. Like, even just the most simple things of, like, going in a grocery store and buying an item. Back then, that was, like, the world's scariest thing. But once you make that first step, that first teensy tiny step, it gets easier. It's just that feeling of the unknown, of being scared of certain things. And again, if you don't feel ready, don't force yourself to, okay? Don't force yourself. If you're not ready to drive, if you're not ready to go to college, take a year off, take 2 years off, you know what I mean? Whatever you feel like you need to do for your well-being, your mental health, because your mental health is really important, and I didn't listen to a lot of those things. And I ended up seeing so many therapists, it was ridiculous because I was so mentally ill, because of other personal issues, my gender and my identity, just my sexuality. I thought a lot of this stuff just wasn't okay, and I thought my parents would be really unsupportive of me. And I just realized that it's okay to be who you really are, and you can't let anyone tell you that it's not right. It's what other people think. It's out of your control. That's what I try to tell people, is that, it's what other people think. It's out of your control. So I don't really care what anyone else thinks. Like, a lot of people tell me my voice is, like, really squeaky and really irritating, and, I sound like a boy and a dude, and it makes me feel really awful. But I try not to really let that get to me a lot of times, because my body is a map of myself, and even as much as I feel not so content with it at most times, I try to tell myself, like, it's a map of myself. It's made me the person who I am today, and I've tried to learn from it and grow from it. So, I just wish that someone could have told me that. And maybe what I'm saying makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. But, today's Mental Health Day, so I just wanted to kind of tell you that. Today's been a very long ramble, hasn't it? But yeah, so I can't say that today I'm perfect. I'm still trying to find my way there, as Grace says. But I'm getting there, and I'm in a much better place than I was years ago. Of course, there's still hard days. I still have eating disorders, like starving myself all day, which is, by the way, anorexia, nervous. I really don't want to get into the details because it's just awful, and I would spend years explaining all this kind of stuff. But yeah, and so, I would starve myself because I was so afraid of, like, growing up into an adult, and it was just a lot of personal issues. I got sent. Oh my gosh, I got sent to many psychologists, many therapists, but none of them, I repeat, could have gotten me out of the dark times except for myself. Of course, they were there to help, and of course, they had resources for me to get better. But nobody, they couldn't force me. Hello, little bat. Nobody could have gotten me out of the dark times except for me. Only myself. So if you're in dark times right now, I just want to let you know that nobody can get you out of that place that you're in right now. And hopefully you're not in a dark place. I hope you are not, and I hope you're okay. But in case you are, nobody could get you out of the place you're in right now but yourself. You have to be just somewhat brave, and you have to take on your fears. Sometimes it can be really scary, but once you just make that first step, it gets easier. And that's what I wish someone had told me, because I isolated myself so much back then. I had no friends. All I had was, like, my mom. All I had was, like, my dog to talk to. I isolated myself. Like, it wasn't anyone's fault except for my own. I isolated myself from the world. I hid inside my house. Like, I left the house barely. Like, I left the house probably, like, maybe 7 times in, like, 2 years. I would, like, quarantine myself inside my home, and I just hid there, being a scared little thing that I was. And yeah, so that's just to let you know. Sorry, today's been a very ramble. This is like I don't ever make content like this, but yeah, I just need someone to tell me that it's okay. It's okay to be different and not always, with everyone else. If you're born different for a reason, and you're not supposed to stand out with the crowd. We're all different people. We all have our different own experiences and our own different likings, and you can't let anyone else's opinions get to you, because again, it's what other people think. It's what other people think of you, and you can't really control other people's actions. And you only should be worrying about yourself. And if they say bad things to you, then who cares? I mean, I do care what my family thinks, but if it's just like a random stranger, then as much as it really hurts me, I still try not to let it get to me, because I'm like, it's just a person. Like, I don't know them. I don't really like care for them or know them at all. So it's like, why would I care about what a stranger thinks? It's their opinion, and I don't agree with it. So if that makes sense. Like coming out of the closet is like very, very hard, and was something, probably one of the hardest things I ever had to do. But once I made that first step, it just got easier. It was not an easy process, did not happen overnight. It just took something that took a lot of courage and a lot of basically just desperateness, being in the awful place I was. I have so much iron. Oh my god. I should make this like my new mining area, honestly. There's like just so much like resources like scattered everywhere. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very insecure about my voice. I'm very insecure about a lot of things in my body, but I try to just not let it get to me. You know what I mean? And I try not to like let anyone care about like what they think. Like I really, really want to play the ukulele, but I'm very scared. I used to be very, very scared. Like if you asked me that 3 years ago, like, do I want to play the ukulele and the guitar and everything like that, I would have been like, oh my gosh, no, 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 I'm too scared to sing. I can't do it. I'm so bad. Just make it go away or whatever like that. But yeah, and so you just get more confident over time. Early adulthood is not the easiest thing. A lot of people struggle during the early adulthood stage of your life. Like 17 to 21 years old is probably the hardest stage of anybody's life, and a very difficult life transition. That is very, very, very difficult. I'm gonna go and collect the rest of this iron because I'm tired of this thing smelting. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some diamonds. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything down here? Looks like there is a cave down here. Oh no, it's just a dead end. Dang it. There's just another bat. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so yeah, your body and everything about you is a map of yourself. And sometimes you just have to learn how to accept yourself. And even if you're like very insecure about something, like your nose, for example, maybe it's too big or maybe it's crooked or something like that, you have to kind of accept it sometimes. Even if you do decide to get like plastic surgery and change it, it's still your nose. You know what I mean? It's still part of you. It still made you who you are, if that makes sense at all. But yeah, what I'm saying is that you just have to accept yourself, love yourself. And it's not easy, but yeah, hopefully something I said, I am not making sense at all, but hopefully something I said maybe hopefully got to you. And just want to let you know that you just gotta learn to love yourself. And that is just what I wish I had told someone. So therapists, just reach out to therapists, find yourself communities, even though it might be very, very hard and you might be very shy like I was. Over time it does just get easier. You just have to make those first small steps. Again, they can be very, very tiny, but any steps can count towards very, very good things. So I would not say go out and like into like a convention or a place with like so many people. Just start off with by maybe trying to make like one friend, or just talking to somebody and having maybe a tiny conversation. Anything, whatever you feel like is a tiny step for you, is a step. And as long as you do something about it, as long as you care about wanting to change something, then it won't ever get better. So if you're depressed and you don't feel good and you don't do anything about it, it's never going to get better. And that's what I learned the hard way. I didn't realize that until like years of going through depression, that if I didn't stand up for myself and I didn't I didn't push myself to make the changes to be better of a person, and to, push myself to do the things I was very, very scared about, but really wanted to and focusing on my goals, and I would have never gone out of the place. I thought I would still be in a dark place. I would still hate myself. I would still be withdrawn from my family, and I wouldn't be, happy. And yeah, that's just kind of to put into context. Whoa, today has been a ramble. My voice is like so tired from like talking constantly. But yeah, so today was just World Mental Health Day, so I really wanted to get that message out to you guys, as this day for me matters a lot, and I really wanted to like spread awareness and to let people let anyone who is watching this, who's going through a hard time, to let know that people still care about you. I have a Discord, so if you ever want to feel like venting out things to me, I'm no therapist, but I have experienced depression and stuff like that, so I can hopefully relate to you and draw on you. So just find therapists, find people, find friends, you know what I mean. Push yourself, maybe, just to find, maybe at least one friend who will support you and care about you, because there are people out there who do care about you. I used to never think there was anybody. I used to think, like, everybody was mean. Nobody cared about me. I thought, like, oh my gosh, I was all alone and I was on my own. But I wasn't alone or on my own. You know what I mean? There are people who care about you. Your family hopefully loves you. And you just have to realize that, you know what I mean? So those are just kind of like little notes to myself and to you guys, if that kind of makes sense. And oh my gosh, you guys, we've gathered so much iron. We didn't find any diamonds, but you know what I mean? We found lots of pleasant minerals. Like we found lots of coal. Actually, we got like a stack and a half of coal. We've done lots of mining, and it's been really, really productive of an episode. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back home now, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we continue working on our house. And I hope that by watching this video, that you learned something new, and hopefully you can kind of understand yourself a little bit better, and to know that you're not alone. I have Discord if you really want to reach out and vent to me if you want. I'm here. I got all day today, all day tomorrow. So find yourself friends, find yourself people who care about you, and just know that it's not going to be easy. You'll get there eventually. That's just all I'm going to say. Okay, so I'll see you. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.